Well, I guess I look like quite the entrepreneur today in my little t-shirt here on a Saturday afternoon, recording the next installment of Armchair Diary, an entrepreneur's story. But, you know, like most of us, this is how we look on a Saturday. And in fact, this is how we look a lot of the days. Usually I put on my nice button-down shirt and a jacket over jeans, but, you know, I'm much more comfortable just in my t-shirt. And so that's how I am today. So thank you for coming back and joining us. Today I just thought I'd share something with you. We're going to jump around a lot and talk about a lot of different things, but this would be weird to not tell you about my friend Corey Crosby, who's been a good friend of mine for 4 or 5 years now. He's a wonderful entrepreneur. He's a community activist. He's a pretty hardcore guy who works very, very hard and really does great things for our community. And he keeps coming to me with all these crazy ideas. Like, the first one really wasn't that crazy, but it was this big event that ended up becoming 400 people in the parking lot of the high school called Breaking Chains, Making Ways, where we were bringing together people. And it was really focused on people who were at some level of poverty and how did they break those chains and have the kind of life that they really wanted to have. And so that grew all out of proportion, but was so much fun and was really great for our community. The one that really almost got us in trouble, and there were probably several more, but then he said, Sean, what we should do is we should do a gun exchange where we give people gift cards and they bring in their guns and we're going to get guns off the street. And, I'm not a horrible anti-gun guy. I grew up with guns. I really don't think about it very much, but I thought, well, that's a good idea. Get guns off the streets and maybe get them in, where they should go. I didn't even know what that was. And we worked it out. We worked with the police. We worked with the mayor. And, I'll tell the details of that story sometime, but all I know for sure is that we did it. I was going to be happy if we got 25 guns, and we ended up getting over 125 guns. And then we ended up losing our place where we were going to do it. They kicked us out the day before it started. And I decided the only way we were going to make it work was if I just drove my car around and picked up these guns and met people on the street. And I didn't even tell my wife about it until it was over. I think she would have killed me. But at one point I was driving around with my little car with 125 guns stacked in the back, a volunteer riding in the passenger seat, and an armed security guard who had volunteered for the day just in case there was any trouble as I drove around. And we really did go to some pretty shady places, including the guy who I wasn't so sure about, who had us meet him in the middle of a park. I mean, it was just nuts. So the latest idea Corey has come up with is yesterday, and it's barely been 18 hours even now. Yesterday he said, Sean, we should do one of your telethons and do it for as a fundraiser for Black Lives Matters, and let's do a national telethon for them. And we were planning to do a national telethon for multiple sclerosis. So, I thought about it and I started to say no, and then I thought, well, let's just table the MS telethon. I have MS, so I feel like I can make some decisions there and not step on anybody's toes, but we didn't give up on it, but we just tabled it. We'll probably do that in 3 or 4 months. And I said, fine, let's do it. We're going to raise money nationally. We're going to build a national advisory board. We're going to raise money. And what we're going to do is we're not even going to collect the money. We're going to give it straight to Black Lives Matter and send it to them because, we don't want anybody worried that I'm going to just go buy a new car or something. That's kind of always my line about that. We want to make sure we're being ethical and everybody knows for sure that we're being ethical. So let me tell you what, the last 18 hours or so has been nuts. I was working until about 1 o'clock this morning, starting to put together an advisory board with, I've got a great guy, probably 10 years younger than me in Nashville, who's going to be incredible, wonderful activist. And we'll introduce some of those people because this is going to be going on for the next 6 weeks. This is an event, it's actually happening in about 5 weeks. It is going to be a big national telethon sponsored by Armchair Telethon, but hopefully it's going to be sponsored by a whole bunch of companies. Hopefully we're going to raise a bunch of money. We're going to have, over 200 segments of entertainment. Most of those will be musicians. They'll be God knows what. It's going to be crazy. So that is going to be, by the way, on July 12th. You're going to be able to find it. You can go to, and it is, here's the name of it. It's Telethon for Justice. So just go to Telethon for Justice and check it out. And there you can get the information. You can watch it. You can volunteer if you want. But this is the kind of thing we do here at Armchair Telethon. And so, why not pick a really huge, big, important issue that is huge and important? I think I just said that. I've been a little bit redundant, but it's a big deal. And it's our little way of trying to make the world a better place. So look for that, telethonforjustice.com. And we'll be talking about it more in the future because, man, it's going nuts. It's going to be a great time, and we're going to do some good for the world. Thanks a lot. This is Sean Spence at Armchair Telethon, and giving you today's installment of Armchair Diary, an entrepreneur story. You have a great day.